Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome in to the channel. It's Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Appreciate you guys coming in last minute here, joining us on the YouTube live show. Yeah, let's talk about tonight a little bit about wholesale bulk. Tim's going to join me in a few minutes. He's over on the other screen. We're going to talk about really the viability of it in today's marketplace, in today's reselling world. And also there's Tim who's joining us.
Hey, everyone.
I went live because people are getting impatient. I'm just kidding. They weren't.
It's all right.
My audience is impatient.
I'm ready.
No. Yeah. So the topic came up about wholesale this week a lot, actually this weekend. There was an announcement on Monday. What is it? Wednesday? Yeah, Monday. So day before, or no, actually I think it was yesterday, that Wholesale officially closed. I'm going to get into that in a second. But a lot of people asking about, I did a little thing tonight. I didn't even tell Tim this yet. I put a rant in my Facebook group.
I didn't see it.
No, not yet. I just did it like 30 minutes ago. I spent I have like a couple $100 on Whatnot credits from like referring people. And whenever you refer people to Whatnot, you can get like a $10 credit. So obviously with an audience, I built up a bunch of credits and I've never shopped. I did a show on there, but I never shopped. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go watch some shows and find some junk to spend money on. I might as well, because can't use it for anything else. So, hey, Rosie and Don, what's up? And so I went on there and I was shopping for like 30, 40 minutes, flipping through all these different shows of video games and vintage t-shirts and just all this randomness. And it was like, for lack of a better word, a shit show. Like literally people were just rambling. They were talking about all this cool stuff they got at an estate sale, but not actually running any auctions. I was like, what is going on? Hey, Becky from Naples. And so I literally didn't spend a dime. What's up, AMAC? And I was like, man, why is everybody like hype all this Whatnot up? And then some of the people I did see running were selling like a 2016 NBA 2K16 game for PlayStation 2. And I'm like, that's like a 1 cent game on Amazon, like literally like 99 cents, right? And they were selling it for like $3 and people were bidding. And then you got to pay $5.50 shipping. It's crazy. I'm like, somebody just paid $9 for that game, right? And it came to me. I'm like, man, you could buy just like the most bulk randomness of random and sell on Whatnot. And if you can get people to watch, you could probably make money. It's insane. Hey, Myra. I haven't seen Myra Aurora Styles in the chat in a while. She hangs out with us in Vegas, so we know Myra really well. Say hi, Myra. Say hi, Myra. That's for you. You say hi to Myra. She's actually a customer of ours, too, on Proecommercelister. So, yeah, anyways, that was just a random thought. I was on Whatnot, and I noticed that a lot of people buy bulk and wholesale, and they do sell on Whatnot. They move it. It's volume selling. And I got the question. I ranted about that. And then somebody asked me a really legitimate, good question. And I said, I'm going to mark this down and ask Tim about this on the live show and ask my audience about it on tonight's show. Do I think, so the way they framed the question to me was, do I think that buying stuff in volume, in bulk, and wholesale is kind of a new way, like buying really cheap items and doing live auctions? Because Posh has a live auction now. Whatnot has a live auction. People do their own on Instagram or on YouTube. Is that like A, viable? B, is that like kind of a route that people should take, like over what we've been doing, like, listing it and forgetting it? And I said, I'm going to ask Tim what he thinks about this on the show, and my audience, what you guys think about it.
I tried to do a Whatnot show one time, and I gave up. In 20 minutes, I had like 2 people in my room.
Yep.
And I said, this is not for me.
It definitely, an audience is almost a must. You can do it without an audience. You can organically build it, but your first weeks and months are going to be horrendous. If you have an audience, clearly that's the way to go with it. Like you have to. But
I know somebody who sells Lego and Funko Pop, and they told me they did thousands of dollars in less than 2 hours without an audience.
Yeah, I mean, the hot stuff, if you went on Whatnot and put, I have Kobe Bryant tennis shoes for sale in a live chat, you're going to get thousands of people just finding you. Like it's stuff there's, it can be done. It is not easy unless you have the hottest stuff on the market.
I did not.
Yeah, and it's tough. And I didn't either. I did a show of hats, and I did okay. I sold like $298 of hats. But yeah, the Rally Roots Harry Tornadoes, of course, they have hundreds of thousands of followers like I do. They have an audience. I could jump on Whatnot right now and probably do a couple $100 in sales if I pulled some stuff out. But at the end of the day, the people that are the specific person that asked me about this was like, assume I have an audience on Whatnot. Assume I want to do this. Can I viably buy bulk inventory, whatever it was, he didn't really say, and manage this? Is there a way to manage a flow, because their turnover rates, I don't know if you watch Rally Roots or you've seen it, or Harry or any of these guys, their turnover rate of material, they're just pumping material through 100 items, 150 items, like 3-4 times a week.
I like the concept. I like that it's fast, and I like that you get paid right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have an eBay item right now. I was looking today, and they haven't paid in a week and a half. I sent them one more invoice. Tomorrow I'm going to file, a buyer not paid.
Yep.
And I wish eBay would jump on that train, that when somebody, makes an offer on an item and they win, I accept the offer, they're charged right away.
They're supposed to be.
They get those messages from eBay and they say, buyer's card on file.
Yep.
But it still doesn't work. It still doesn't work because all of them say that, and I still don't get paid.
Yeah, this is the thing. They've been saying it's coming for like 2 years, and it's obnoxious with the best offers because every other platform, technically Poshmark has best offers. They call it like bundles where you can make an offer. And if somebody accepts a bundle, an offer, it's automatically paid. So tell me again why eBay can't do it. I don't want to get sued. I know the reason eBay hasn't done it all these years and why they're slowly putting it in. If I say the real reason, I'm 100% certain they will sue me right now. And all I'm going to say is, does anybody know what GVM, is it GVM, GMV? What is the stock thing based on? Gross product merchandise, gross. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like when a company reports their total merchandise sales, it's called like GVM or something.
Yeah, they're not counting cancellations.
They're not counting offers that weren't paid. Oh, but they are. They are. And so heard it through the grapevine that somebody told me that eBay, I heard this is all hearsay, third party, that eBay was worried that they might diminish their own numbers if they had to implement that, and that they would cost themselves buyers who didn't want to have the credit card on file because a ton of people, I guess, check out as a guest. That's what I heard.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy. And it helps their stock price. But anyways, yeah. So Myra has questions. Ask all the questions you want, Myra. But yeah, so the unpaid item is supposed to be coming. And so I think that's another reason why people love the Whatnot app, is because if an item doesn't get bids, you just set it to the side. You can run it again. You can put it in your buy it now section of your store. Everything that's getting bid on is paid instantly, and you get a label put right in your email immediately. When your show is over, when your show is over, you got
it's such a great concept.
It's amazing. And the live auction, like fast-paced stuff is always, that's why QVC has been so popular. Live auction. Myra says she doesn't like being rushed as a buyer, but you got to make a decision. Are you bidding or you're not? So, I mean, hey, Deborah, welcome in, and Bear Kitty. I think as a volume-based thing, it could be good. If everybody's got cost of goods of like $1.50, wholesale numbers, yeah, you're going to break even or make $1 on some items. But I watch some of these people get items that I'm like, oh, that's a $4 item, bid up to like $44. So it kind of evens out a little bit. It may be a little lower. But when you think about how long items sit on eBay, I got people with 1,000 items. We know somebody with 50,000 items. How long have some of those items been listed? Years.
I mean, I don't have that many items in my eBay store. I have all my other businesses. I have a few hundred items in my eBay store, and I have items that I've moved 3 offices with. It's crazy.
Years.
It's crazy. They've never sold.
Yeah, items up for years. And so then when you think about Whatnot, all the time you spend listing on eBay, processing listing, if you put that time into doing an hour show, even every other day, you can move 50 to 100, 75 reasonable pieces in an hour because you're doing 30.
You don't have to skew it. You don't have to put it away. It's gone the next day.
Yeah, you're doing 30-second auctions, and they can get bumped up, but most of the time they won't. So you're talking about, it's possible to do 120 an hour, but in theory, you could do 60, 70.
Yeah.
You know, they each take a minute to run them. So you can do 60, 70 items, and you could do that, say, 3 times a week. You could sell 200 plus items a week. That's 800 items a month. How many of you sell 800 items a month on eBay? Doubtful. Doubtful. A lot of people do that.
No,
and that would be 3, 6, 9. That would be 12 shows at an hour each, even an hour and 15. You're talking about 15 hours of work to sell them all. And then the shipping is the shipping. Whether you sell it on eBay or whatnot, you still got a same amount of time to print a label, pack it, ship it up. So how much time would it take for you to sit and list all month to spur 800 sold items? You are taking less money in most cases, but you're selling 10 times as much. So that's my eBay is sad. And a lot of people have been complaining about the eBay search, like not being able to find. So I think bulk and wholesale is a viable option, but here's where I'm going to shoot it down. How many items, let's say an average sale price on eBay is $20 and you're making $10 profit, right? What's the average profit on whatnot? Is it $2?
Yeah, it's not going to be much.
Yeah, you got to sell 5 times as much merchandise. Now, I just said you can sell more volume, but can you get that much inventory? Can you find that much inventory?
It really comes, to me, it comes down to your cash flow.
It is a lot of cash flow.
If you're making 30-40% on eBay, you can't do whatnot.
No, definitely not.
Because you can't, because you're going to break even. You're going to break even on every item. You know, if you're getting your goods for free, or like you said, less than $1, whatnot is the option for you.
Yep. But it's impossible. I think a lot of people, stuff just costs too much. Thrift store, you have to maximize a lot of what you do. And that's why eBay is, you know, always the winner. It's maximizing that stuff. Plus, whatnot doesn't have all the categories that eBay has either. They only have about 10 or 15 categories, maybe 20 at most. So
yeah, somebody just said jewelry is a top category. I have a large Etsy store with, vintage jewelry in it. And that's what I try to do on Whatnot. I was like, oh, great. I'm going to move some inventory that's been sitting for a while. And it was terrible.
Yeah. So Becky just said all those people running the dollar auctions make 49 cents, and that doesn't count their cost of goods. So you're actually losing money. I swear there's people on there who are just seeing sales numbers. They don't even realize they're not making money. Like they don't even realize it. So the solution, of course, is always list everything on eBay and list more. And I think people get discouraged because they have these big piles and they're like, oh, I could just move this pile on Whatnot. But what good is it to move it all if you're not actually making money? We're in this to make money, right?
I think if you sat on the inventory for 2-3 years and you want to liquidate it,
to free up cash,
get whatever you can get.
Yeah, it's an option. It's definitely an option. But people that don't have to do that, people that can afford to sit on it, that have maybe some cash flow or have good inventory, that you don't want to start an auction at $2 because it might sell for $3 or $4 and it's like a $40 item. That's my other disgusting part. You can start an auction at whatever you want, but everyone starts crap at like $1 and $2. I'm like, man, imagine if I had a $50 jersey and it sold for $3. I'd be pissed, angry. eBay, buy it now, set it, forget it. The solution, and what people are having problems with, is leaving those death piles because they're like, oh, I just don't feel like getting them up on eBay. And so that's obviously where our service, was born, really. Proecommercelister was born. How many people in the chat use Proecommercelister, by the way? If you're not familiar with it, it's our listing service, me and Tim. You give us photos, we create listings. It's really that simple. I mean, I simplify it that much, Tim.
Yeah. You take the photos, which sometimes you also don't want to do. Today I made it my mission and I spent 2 hours going through a pile of items I had to test and clean and go through and put them in my folders. I started this process. I was doing it before we started Proecommercelister. So, got that done. I got the items I do every day, but it's just that pile builds up and you just got to set that time aside to take the pictures and, get the items listed, and that's where we come in. You just submit the pictures to us and we take it from there, because you can take all the pictures you want, but if you don't list the items for sale, the money just sits there and dies. And every day, with the inflation, the
carrying
economy,
costs,
you want to turn that money over as quickly as possible and make the most profit as possible.
We talked about the carrying costs, my storage unit costs, people rent storage units, people taking up parts of their house.
You got
Yeah, carrying costs.
a 4,000 square foot warehouse.
Yeah, that I only got 750 square feet of storage. So
yeah, my yearly cost is a lot. It's more than my house.
astronomically. I thought mine was bad.
Double my house payment every month.
Woo. I was coming up on my house payment, so that was when I was like, no thanks, like no more.
Yeah.
So, yep. So it really is like turning. I look at the average person having. We did a poll on here in one of the videos, a couple hundred pieces, and even at like a $20 average sale price, at 300 pieces. I mean, think about how much money that could be just laying in a pile. I mean, at 20, it's $6,000, a profit of $3,000 at half, at 50%. You're talking about somewhere between $3,000 and $6,000. The average person, has $4,000 or $5,000 just laying around. And all it would take is, us doing a couple hundred listings, and all of a sudden their sales spike, they double. I've got people that are, full-time nurses. They're like, I can't list. I don't have time for all this. I could go home and photograph it all, but I'm not going to sit there and list it all. I'm like, oh, let us do it. And sure enough, they're on the platform now. So, it really is about turnover, and you can't turn over stuff that's laying in a pile. I'm going to keep doing it until I hold myself accountable. Hold on. Those 2 boxes of inventory are still sitting in my office. They've been sitting there since I moved into this house, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I've got inventory. I've got inventory. I moved from the last warehouse to this warehouse, but it's stuff I got to test, stuff I got to clean. If I could just photograph it quick, and it's like a piece of clothing or, a toy that's sealed, it's easy. I could just snap a picture in 3 seconds and get it done.
Yeah. I mean, the photos, the listing service takes away. I have people that say they hate photos, but 90% of the people say it's the listing that's all the time. And it's item specifics, descriptions, titles.
If I just had to photograph, I would be good. It's the testing and the cleaning, but I got it done today. I was happy with myself. From 9 to 11, I did my cleaning and my testing.
Nice.
So.
I like it. Lisa, yeah. I mean, if you have years worth of inventory, hey, look, everybody that's in the chat thinking about it, mention tonight's live show. Email me, proecommercelister@gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat, and we'll give you 20% off if you order and mention this live show, proecommercelister@gmail.com. Just come directly to me. I'll invoice you. You can pay on PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App. I don't care how you pay. I'll give you 20% off. We do not price the items currently. We've talked about this, but the reason is on the pricing side, we don't know, A, what you paid for it, cost of goods. We don't want to sell it at a loss for you. And B, there's a lot of items that are very specific. Anybody can price a pair of used Levi jeans. We can look them up, find them. But there's a lot of items where it might be, I'll give you a perfect example. 7 for All Mankind is about a $25 pair of jeans, but they have a very specific one with this special black line on the back that's worth like $80. And you almost have to know it. It's almost very impossible to identify. So we don't want to mess that up. So we just leave it for you to price and hit submit. It's pretty quick. We had 2 other questions. Oh, Becky, bargains. There's no minimum. So you can buy as many listings as you want. I actually said it this way to somebody earlier. Let me see if I have one of these sitting here. I think I do. But think of it as like, I do. Look at this. Right on par. Think of it as like a Dave & Buster's card. This is my Dave & Buster's old school.
You love your Dave & Buster's.
Before they had digital cards. But think of it as a credit card and a preloaded card. And you're going to load credits on it. You're going to buy 50. You're going to buy 100. However many you think you're going to use for the time being. You can buy 1,000 and use them over the next month, 6 months, a year. Who cares? You load it up, and then as you send us listings, we'll deduct it off your credits until you get low, and then we'll let you know when you're low, and you can recharge it up. So that's pretty much how it works. If you do 10 listings this month, great. If you buy 100 and you use 1, fine. If you use all 100 this week, great. We'll get you another 100 next week. So no minimum, no monthly payments, none of that. Just get what you need.
It's not a subscription service. We don't hold you to,
and they never expire.
Using this month, or they expire. They never expire.
Never expire. Yeah. So use that email, Proecommercelister. If you want to email mine, Rockstar Flipper, that's fine. But Proecommercelister makes it quicker for us. And we'll give you 20%. Just send me an email. Say, even if you just send it right now so that you don't forget to send it later. Send me an email and say, hey, I'm interested in it. I'm mentioning the live show for 20% off. Get back to me later, and I'll get back to you. I'll send you an email and go, hey, noted. I got you. Just let me know when you're ready. I'll send you all the information. Send me an email, and I'll reply back with all the info, with everything. So Deborah does wholesale. We have 70% of items listed. The items are screaming for attention. I'm good at attention giving. Yeah, Deborah, definitely hit us up. Lisa as well. And I know Becky and Kay also asked. So yeah,
and we have a lot of people that say like, you know, I'm going to upload 100 items worth of pictures, but I want you to do 10 a day. I want you to do 15 a day. I want you to do 20 a day because that's my system.
Yep.
I do scheduled listings and I want to have 10 items, 10 new items every day. I don't want to have 100, you know, blasted out there. I just want to list 10 a day.
Yep.
And so, we do that all the time.
Yeah, to keep consistent. And we'll do that. Like if you want 10, 15 a day, we'll mark it and they'll do that much. And then they'll leave the rest for the next day and the next day and the next day. So really good point. So I just had someone message me on Facebook. Wholesale, look, what happened with Wholesale, I did want to mention on this live show. I'm going to do a dedicated video about it, but I'll just mention it really quickly on here. Wholesale was a wholesale site. So if you guys don't know, about Christmas of 2019, before the pandemic, it's almost like I saw it coming. But Christmas of 2019, I opened a Shopify store. I helped people liquidate their wholesale inventory. I sold my own wholesale inventory. I had a lot. I still do. If anybody wants to finish buying me out, that'd be awesome. I have 3 storage units, 20,000 pieces of clothes. Make me an offer, but make it a reasonable offer. I had a ridiculous offer the other day. And yeah, no kidding. Not funny. So I started the Shopify store. I wholesale inventory. Everybody that had wholesale inventory across the country, it didn't make sense to pay to ship it to me, to pay to ship it back out to someone else because it's just a lot of money. And that's right when, you know, stuff started going through the roof and prices. So I just said, hey, Tim, you got 100 shirts for sale, box it up, send me the pictures and give me the weight of the box or boxes, you know, the weight and size. And that's all you got to do is put it in the boxes, get me the weight and dimensions, and how much do you want for it? Okay, I want $2 a shirt, Casey. All right, $200 for your 100 shirts. Perfect. I put them on the Shopify site. I put your photos, all the information. Shopify has a third-party app that allows me to put in your zip code to calculate the cost of shipping from your zip code to anyone that checks, not just from mine. Because obviously Tim's in New Hampshire, so it would cost a different price if he was shipping to New York than if I was doing it. So then I would list people's wholesale inventory and help them liquidate. And it was like 350 or 400 listings at any given time. And it was doing really, really well. I was approached by a couple of people who wanted to build it into a website and mobile. They did that. We kind of partnered up. I wasn't an even partner. I can say that. I did own a small piece of it, but I was basically the marketing behind it, which is what I've always been. And people were able to go on and list their own lots, just like eBay, except they were listing wholesale lots and people could buy it. And it did well. We did quite a bit of sales to begin with, and then it kind of dropped off. And then a lot of people didn't understand wholesale. They still don't understand wholesale. It's different. They don't realize if you've got 100 shirts that are $20 shirts, they're probably going to sell wholesale for $2, $3. They just didn't understand that market. We were helping people liquidate inventory they didn't want anymore to turn it back into cash. Not as like a business model where you could buy up a bunch of inventory and then flip it on our site. I had people contacting me to sell used Nike shirts and they'd have 100 shirts. I'm like, well, how much do you want for it? $200? They're like, oh no, I need $16. I can take a little bit off of it. I'm like, you want $16 a shirt wholesale? Are you crazy? Yeah, they just didn't get it. So it was very hard to educate the customer base. There's a term for that. I can't remember it. Like customer education, I guess is the term. But anyways, Wholesale closed yesterday officially. Sent the email. They're not operating anymore. It was very hard to really educate the consumer and educate everybody on how it worked and keep it going and be able to make enough money to justify it and support the platform, support the employees, support the back end, the tech, the servers. It just wasn't there. And I mean, that's why there's really only 2 or 3 really successful wholesale companies. B-Stock comes to mind. They're a $1 billion company. They're huge. So liquidation.com is a big one.
They've been around forever too, B-Stock. I bought on there before.
Yeah, I've bought and sold on B-Stock for sure. So it's tough. It's unfortunate. I'll make a whole video about it, but that's basically what happened. So I don't want to go into it too much. So just started using it. What is good and what I can say to you guys is I do have permission now that Wholesale is officially closed. Not really permission, but I am. I'm going to open up the Shopify again and get it set up in the next week or 2. And then if people have inventory they want to sell, they can just reach out to me and or to Tim, and we will start doing. I think we're going to start doing it again. I think it's just it's really good idea. There's a lot of people that have a lot of good inventory, and there's other people that want it. The shipping sucks, but if we can make the deal happen, we might as well. So, y'all, we only have to take pictures. They do all the rest. Yeah, cha-ching. Oh, speaking of, now for you too, 1,000 listings. I saw your message. I know you're going to buy it. I will get you, I think you sent me your PayPal. I will get you invoice. So she's actually been a long time viewer of mine and asked me just before we came on live for 1,000 listings. So what's great is she's going to get 1,000 listings. And if you end up using 100 a week, great. You've got listings for 10 weeks. If you use 250, you got 4 weeks of listings. If you want us to do 10 a day, you've got it for 100 days. We'll do 10 a day every day. So however she wants to use it is perfectly fine. In fact, I already have an email about that. So 1,000 listings. As soon as we're off live, I will get that over to you. I'll put it in an email or invoice, whatever. But I wish I had a bell. Ding, 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 ding. Yep.
Like when the bartender gets a big tip, you know, you ring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's so funny. If Tim ever decides to visit at the lagoon, they have giant.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. Yeah. So it's Christmas. It's good. They have a giant.
It's too hot. It's too hot there now. I'm not coming now.
It's raining every day now. Why do you want to come here?
It's raining here too. So
yeah, they have the giant bell, but it's all the way up in the ceiling of the tiki roof, and some idiot put the chain thingy up on top of the wood that goes across it, and no one can get up to it.
You need to bring a ladder.
No one can ring the bell. I said, somebody's got to get a ladder down here. But in the middle of the tiki is the bar and the draft things and the kegs underneath. So I'm like, where would you even set up the ladder? I have no idea how they're going to get up to it to get the chain undone. So they can ring the bell again. Yeah, somebody left them a $250 tip the other day.
Oh,
the bartenders all split it down at the bar, but they were drinking with their friends and buddies. We watched them just get drunker and drunker and drunker and drunker. We watched like 10 trays of shots go out. Their bill was $750 and they just left an even 1,000. There was like 30 people, but still, that's a hefty bill. That's a big bill. Yep. How far up is the rope? Probably 18, 20 feet.
Oof.
It's high. It's pretty high. Yeah.
Jump off the bar and try and grab it.
Yeah, right. Well, you could. If I stood up on the bar, I'd probably be 12, 14 feet. I'd be close to being able to
jump.
Yeah, right. And then when I land, where am I going to land? I'm going to hit the bar, slip.
You're going to hang on to the rope.
Oh, yeah, right. It's not that kind of rope. It's like a string. Like with the bell and you'll see it. I'll take a picture of it tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow's trivia. I'll get a picture of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna have trivia tomorrow because the rainstorms seem to be coming in again. Fantastic. Anyways, so maybe a big stick. I think they did try to use the broom to try to flip it, but it wasn't doing it. Anyways, do I have a small package? K Holland. I'm thinking about trying 10 items. So yes, we do have that. In fact, I can't give on that one. We can't do the 20% off because it's just set. But you can visit www.Proecommercelister.
Yeah, the minimum on the website is 25, but if you send us an email, we can work with you on the 10.
Yeah, the minimum.
Try it out, make sure it's a good fit.
Right. So the Pro e-commerce site is 25 minimum, and we can't do any kind of discount off the site yet. We're working on getting the coupons up on that. But if you email me proecommercelister@gmail, we'll get you a 10. It would be $15, K. It'd just be our standard $1.50 price for 10. The more that you buy, the cheaper they get, obviously. And we're doing 20% off for anything above our minimum, which is 25 normally. We don't do 10 usually, but I'll do it for you to get it in. Here's our normal pricing. If you buy any of these above our 25 minimum, it says 1 to 49, but ignore that. It's 25 is the minimum. We'll do 20% off tonight, but if you're just buying the 10, it's just the $15. So just shoot me the email and I'll get it in. Anybody who wants to try it for 10 or 25 listings, just hit me up tonight, mention the live show. I'll take care of you. I'm not offering this out into the Facebook group or anything. So, but if you want to do a bigger package, 20% off anything off of our $1.50 pricing, which would be $1. We're going to take 30 cents off. So it'd be $1.20 if you buy any of our other packages. So that would be great. We'd love you. We need work to do this weekend. We need lots of work. Our team members need work. Trust me. They're pumping out listings. We're doing like 300 plus, 350 a day.
Like 400.
400 a day. And not per client, just 400 total drafts. So we're working on any given time, dozens. So we're doing right now 2,000 plus listings a week, 8,000. We're probably coming up on doing 10,000 listings a month across our clients. So hopefully we can get that even more. We'd like to do 20, 30,000 listings a month. So, every little bit helps, every little bit counts. And if you have a death pile, say 400 or 500 listings, we can get those done in a month, 2 months tops. Imagine if your store went from whatever number you're at now up 500 listings in a month. It'd be pretty significant. I bet your sales would probably take a pretty big jump. So you're welcome, Kay. You're welcome. All right. So I think we covered it. Wholesale and Haulsale, I'll do the video about. Our service, obviously, everyone knows about it. What else is going on in the reselling world? Anything? Oh, Amazon. Any Amazon sellers in here? I got to make that video.
Any Amazon sellers get the email this week? And is anybody affected by the big brands?
Yeah. So Lego.
I got the email, but nothing has changed. And they said things would change yesterday.
Yep.
Really hoping nothing changes.
Lego,
hoping they're not watching.
Yeah.
No, they're not. I hope Jeff Bezos is not watching right now.
Oh, he's got me on the yacht, on the iPad, sitting at his little...
I know. I think he's on his $500 million yacht right now.
He is. He's sitting at the grand saloon table watching Rockstar Flipper on his yacht. I'm certain of it. He's got it on like the 80-inch TV on the back of the yacht, like the projector coming down.
Live.
Yeah, he's watching Jeff, live. What's up, Jeff? What's going on? What's up with the Lego decision? So Lego, Disney, and Pokemon were on there, I think. And talking about gating people, restricting people.
They were going to remove everyone's listing, and they gave everyone about 6 hours.
Yeah, they literally sent it like not even like the day before, like closing the day.
6 hours. You have 6 hours to prove that you're authorized to sell these brands, or your listings will be removed. I've heard from multiple people in my group. No one has been removed yet. So.
Yeah, I asked a couple people I know that sell on Amazon religiously. Obviously, they have Legos. One in my neighborhood who we called yesterday, no effect. He texted me today. He said nothing's happened yet either. So maybe it was a glitch email. Who knows? Angela Blevins has a 40 by 44 foot garage of eBay inventory that needs listing. My math is really, really bad, but that's like 1,760 square feet. Which is exactly 2.5 of my storage units. And assuming I have 50,000 pieces or did have 50,000 pieces, that's probably over 100,000 pieces she has.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of inventory, assuming you have it anywhere near as full as I did. Becky started selling books on Amazon. That's how a lot of people get started on Amazon. They sell books. That's how I got started. Yeah, I got started selling, believe it or not, video games. That's how I got started on Amazon back in the days when Pokemon was allowed, but not so much anymore. Myra says designer stuff would be a best way to go to make it worth it. Yeah, I mean, obviously designer stuff, if you've got a higher price point, bam, like go for it. I know a lot of people, depending on where you live, can get that stuff. In Florida, look, Florida's got money. West Palm Beach, Miami, Miami Gardens, Fort Lauderdale, all that stuff is full of money, but we just don't see the problem with Florida money is it's old money. And the old people aren't necessarily into the cool stuff like designer, they're not into Tory Burch. They're not into Prada. They're still wearing like Walmart clothes that they think like Croft and Barrow are cool. Like it's weird. Like all these rich people wear this like trash stuff. These rich guys with Ferraris get out wearing like a Citizen watch that's like $600. And then you got the 30-year-old guy who gets out of a Lambo wearing like a $300,000 Richard Mille. And they just, I don't know, it's weird. Like the money down here is different than what you might expect to see in like, Calabasas or wherever. Like you're just not going to see the same thing. It's differently. So I moved from Florida to Georgia. She moved that 44 by 40 garage from Florida to Georgia. She was down the road from me. Wow. Naples is full of money. Old money, too. Old money. Yep. Naples is like 2 hours from here. That's crazy. This would be great if they brought all the Amazon inventory to eBay, or would it be a problem?
It'd be a problem.
It'd be a problem.
It'd be a problem.
Yeah. It would be a big problem. So two reasons why Amazon's always the price wise. People always pay more on Amazon. They're always. Yeah, always. And because of the prime shipping for sure. But also the other problem is when you have so whenever Amazon bans stuff and people can't sell it, there's like a mass liquidation sell-off on eBay. Like people just want to get rid of the inventory because they can't flip it anymore. Like they're just trying to get out of it. So
It would
really
price tank everyone.
It tanks the market. I saw it happen with Apple iPods. I saw it happen with Pokemon video games. I saw it happen with a lot of stuff. So yeah, they moved to Florida from the Midwest. They are factory workers, probably. What? Lisa, what? Oh, are you talking about the rich money here? No, a lot of the rich money here retires from up north, up Tim's way. They all come from New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts. They come here for 3 reasons. One, our politics, which is more newer. But the thing they've always come for is no state income tax. New Hampshire doesn't have it either, but New York has like a
sales tax.
Yeah, New York and Massachusetts have like 12%, 11%, whatever it is. It's ridiculous. Guys making $300,000-$400,000 a year are paying like $100,000 worth of taxes that they don't pay coming to Florida. Why do you think Tom Brady signed with the Bucks? He was never going to sign with San Francisco. He was never going to go back home. There's no way. He's coming to Florida all the way. $50 million. That's $5 million in taxes at a 10% state that he would just give it up. He saved $5 million just coming to Florida. So that's a big reason why they come here. And the third reason is obviously the weather. I mean, we're cool. We have cool weather. And gators, we have those too. But yeah, on the East Coast, it is mostly, we have sales tax in Florida. Everywhere has sales tax except 5 states. Alaska.
New Hampshire's one of them.
New Hampshire, Delaware.
Montana.
It's like Montana.
And Oregon.
Oregon, yep. Those 5 states don't have sales tax. But yeah, we don't have the income tax, which is much, much larger. Because on your income, it's crazy. We don't have income, but we have wicked property taxes.
Same in New Hampshire.
You must be a Massachusetts lady. Jules, are you in Massachusetts?
No, property taxes aren't bad in Massachusetts.
Really?
No, I'm right. I'm right on the border. I'm 2 minutes from the border. I could walk there, but
yeah, you drive across it like daily almost.
Every single day I drive into Massachusetts.
Yep. Yeah, I do 2% summer luck promoted listings on eBay. I do 2% across the board. Property taxes here are generally, my neighborhood's really high. My neighborhood is just one of those like master plan communities, so they just charge you up the butt. But the rest of this county, if you head out towards the Gulf more, not the waterfront stuff, but in the middle of the county, it's not bad. There, you might pay $300-$400 a month in property taxes, $500. My property taxes are $725 plus I pay a $235 community tax. So it's like I pay almost $1,000 a month. It's ridiculous. My mortgage is probably like $1,600 or $1,700, but my taxes and insurance are over $1,000. So I pay like 28, almost 28, 27 something. Plus we have wicked HOA fees. HOA is nothing here. Real estate rocketed in Florida for sure. Yeah. So I'm in Ohio. All the automotive industry retirees from around here go to Florida trailer parks. That's true. They go to Lakeland. Property taxes less than 1%. I wish. My property tax is probably 1.25, 1.2, something like that. It's a lot. It's high.
I don't know what mine is.
It's based off the valuation, assuming they're going to value my house. I don't know what my house is actually what it's worth and what they value it at. I could take a guess though. So assuming I'm paying, what is 700, like 8,200 a year? Well, it's like 1.5%. It's like 1.5%. That's really high. That's really, really high. Yeah. So Florida has, just so everyone can be, Florida has like 3 areas. So we have the North Panhandle area. That's like college towns and beaches, like the Panhandle beaches, Destin, Panama City, spring break type stuff. We have the northern part of the state, which is all open wilderness, all the way till you get to Jacksonville. And then the bottom half of the state, like middle bottom, is like the I-4 corridor. It's Tampa, Orlando, Daytona Beach. And that's like, Tampa's younger, Orlando's touristy, Daytona Beach, West Palm Beach is older. Think your politician guy that lives over there, that kind of old money. Orlando, all tourist, and Tampa is just us, younger business people, lawyers, doctors, vets, all that sort of stuff. The southern part of Florida is just Alligator Alley. There's Key West down in the Keys, but nobody really counts that. So true about Lakeland. Yeah, Lakeland is over between Tampa, Orlando, and it is hillbilly, redneck, mud-holing, gator wrestling town. That's what Lakeland is. I love it. It's quiet. A guy got his arm ripped off yesterday or 2 days ago in Florida by an alligator. Assume there are gators. If you ever come to Florida, please don't swim. Anywhere that you can't see, please don't swim. Do not swim in Florida. You'll lose your arm. Oh, so the story goes, I found out It was 1:45 in the morning. The bar was closing. Everybody went to the bathroom, and he couldn't wait, so he went down to the pond to go to the bathroom.
Big
And
mistake.
the gator grabbed him, lost his arm. Yep. Yep. So alligators are tasty. Yeah. Everywhere you go in a restaurant here, there's gator bites. Because if they
The last
attack a
time I
human,
was in Florida, I saw that, but I didn't try it.
yep, they're good. It's all right. It's not the best. It's okay. If a gator attacks a human, they have to euthanize it. It's just the way it goes. So they killed that gator. He's 10.5 feet. And they'll harvest the meat, and the meats go off to processing places, and they sell it. That's what they do. And gator bags, gator skin, all that sort. That's where all your stuff comes from. It's illegal as us to do it, but the state has people that they can give it to. So good times. All right. Anything else? Questions, comments, concerns in the chat? Gators are fast. They are fast. Anybody else want to ask questions about the listing service, Proecommercelister? It is www.proecommercelister.com. It should be in the description box of the video. Did I put it there? I did. The email and the website are linked down below. Social medias if you need them. We will help you list. You give us photos. We'll do the rest. We have a website and a mobile app, so you can do it directly from your phone if you choose. I could probably just do a little screen share here with my own. Don't we have a test one in here? Like if I type in your name, there's a test one, right? Tim Bueller.
Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on.
Is there a test one? I thought we had a test one.
Yeah, we do. Hold on one second.
I typed in the word test and it didn't come up.
So this is what the app looks like. This is showing up. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Here, let me make you bigger. Hold on. I'll make you bigger. Give me a second. Okay, there you go.
So you are in the app and you have all spots to upload all your photos. There'll be a questionnaire up here. This is just a test one. So you can click in the photo uploads.
Yep. It's on the previous one, yeah.
You click in the photo uploads. We created this test for Casey's fiance when we were first starting out. When she can go in here and she can upload her photos for the item, and we'll take those photos. We get an instant notification anytime photos are uploaded, and we'll take those photos and make your eBay listing for you. You don't have to let us know you uploaded the photos. We'll take those photos, make the listing. We have an internal QA process. A second person looks over the listing to make sure of inaccuracies or any issues, to make sure it's perfect for you. And we let you know your draft is ready to go. You go ahead and you add your price and set it live on eBay and wait for the sale.
And so what I recommend, and this is what I know a few people are doing, and I can tell because, actually, let me get back to the stream and make us normal again. We can tell that this is what a lot of people are doing. They are spending a day and just photographing everything. And then that night or the next morning or whatever, we'll get a dump. We'll get like a photo dump where they dump like 500 photos.
We got the hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds of them. Oh my goodness, hundreds. We get notifications every time you guys do stuff, so we see it all. And then what happens is the team, they get notified like, hey, there's 100 photos. Let's say you do 5 photos per item, so we know you have 20 items inside the download, and it's each numbered. But we see that, and now you've got your photos all sent to us, and for the rest of the week, you don't have to worry about it. We're going to make you drafts every single day. You know that your account will be consistently updated. How many photos do we send you? It's totally up to you. However many photos you take of the item, if you have 5 photos of it, 7 photos of it, you'll just upload all the photos you take of the item. eBay has a maximum. It used to be 12. They did it for certain categories up to 24 now. I think 24 is ridiculous. It's overkill. There's certain items, if you're doing like a car or a house or something, maybe a motorcycle, that would probably be efficient. But most items,
the average person probably uploads like 10 to 12 photos per item.
Yeah. I was going to say 8 to 10. 10 is probably the fair, right in that neighborhood. When I do T-shirts, like if I was selling this Under Armour shirt or whatever, I would probably do front, back, the tag, and then maybe like the sleeves or what. I'd do 4 or 5 for basic shirts. Jeans, I generally do 8 or 9 because you got to do front, back, the pockets, the tag, the inseam. You got to do the leg opening. So yeah, I mean, anywhere from 7, 8, 9 photos is anywhere in that where it's good. So,
and then if if you're going to use the measuring tape, put that next to the item so people, your customer will see, the sizes on a measuring tape. A lot of people are doing that now.
Yeah, measuring If you do measurements in the photos, we'll put them in there for you. Also, your SKU, your weight, and your dimensions. People do like little note cards and put the SKU, the weight, the dimensions. We can fill all that in for you as well. So, bingo. Yep, Myra, it closed. Any other questions? We lived in Clearwater Beach, and it is hotter there than up here. Clearwater gets very, very hot. It's on the Gulf. It's stupid hot over there. I don't go there. It's so crowded. It takes an hour and 30 minutes to get to the beach, get parked, and get on the sand. That's why I live where I live, because I'm not driving an hour and a half each way. I'm not paying $20 to park. I'm not walking around 3,000 tourists. It's miserable. Like, I love to go to the beach like anybody else, but man, it's hot. It's miserable. And right when when the day's over at the beach and you're worn out, what do you want to do? Drive an hour and a half home? No. Can't drink. Can't do any of that because then you got to drive.
KTX Thrifts had a question. How do you then import it to your eBay store? So you just provide us multi-user access to eBay. It's a one-click process. We'll send you the link. You go into your eBay account and you give us access to your account, but only to the drafts. So we have access to create a draft for you. We can't make it live. That is only on you. So you have the opportunity to go in and put the price in and then make the draft live. We can't access anything else in your account. And eBay is one of the only sites that does this, which is a huge plus, if you're looking to give access to eBay.
Yeah, their multi-user access is huge because you can set the permissions, restrict us, all that sort of stuff. Literally all we can do is the drafts. 2 people asked the question, do we do anything to photos? So we asked that the photos are ready to go, ready to be put on eBay, but we can do photo white backgrounds now. We do have pro accounts with a company to do white backgrounds. We do charge a small additional fee because we have to pay for that, and we have to import. We have to save the photos, white them, and then resave them as white. So it takes a little bit of time. So if you are interested, if you do use the service and you need us to do the whitening on the backgrounds, hit us up and we'll work out a deal on that. But generally, just have the photos ready to go. But we can do the other one. Couple people asking about Haulsale. I covered it. Rewind the video. You'll see. You can rewatch this video. I'm going to make another separate video about it as well. So will there be a replay? Captain Cellulite. Yes. Any YouTube video that's done live is always available for replay and watch. So please replay this video and rewatch it. The only reason it wouldn't be is if somebody makes it private, which I never do. It's dumb to make it private because if you let people watch it live, why wouldn't you let them watch the replay? And if you missed it and you're here late, we are doing a 20% off of a minimum 25 or more listings. Proecommercelister@gmail.com. Hit me up. Tell me how many you want. Mention the live video. Send us your photos. We'll make the listings and we'll do it for 20% off anybody that hits us up on this live video tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to cut off the 20% coupon tomorrow at the end of the day. So did you cover the cost for listing on your service? Yeah, I did. We're doing 20% off. The normal price is here. It's on a minimum of 25 listings or more. So you'll basically be getting it for $1.20 a listing if you do more than 25. So and you guys will add your pricing in, Angela. So if there's any other questions, we're going to let Tim go. I'm going to go too because I got to go do something I just totally forgot about. I'm going to answer any more questions. You can rewatch this video. It has all the questions answered, I think. If not, proecommercelister@gmail.com. Send me an email. I answer all the emails 7 days a week, or Tim answers it, and we get back to you.
If you have any questions right now after we end the live, I'll be up. It's only 9 o'clock on the East Coast. I'll be up for a couple hours.
Same.
We'll get those emails answered.
Same. Hit us up, and Lisa, of course, make sure you do get it over there. And 1,000 listings. So we'll let everybody go. I think Terry had it. Terry I'm going to answer more. As long as the brand and model are in the picture, we don't have to do anything else. No, Terry, just send us the picture. We'll do the rest. Even if the brand and model aren't in it, we can generally find it. So awesome.
If you have it, send it. Those pictures will be put into your eBay account. So that's what the end customer will see.
Absolutely. Rewatch the video, guys, if you came late, or email me, proecommercelister@gmail.com. It's down in the description box as well. I'll answer all your questions. Dawn, thanks for jumping in late. I know you were here, but definitely go rewatch the video. Tim, I will see and talk to you in a little while. Everybody else, thanks for joining
us. Good night, everyone.
Today, and we'll be live with you. Yeah, we'll be live with you again next week, so look for that video as well. Bye.